Alright folks, welcome back to the Don's channel. I am the Don Father, and of course, as the title suggests, the question is if you could have one player for next season, 2021 season in the AFL, that currently plays in the AFL for your footy club, who would it be and why? Obviously, there is a lot of players out there you would potentially want in your team, but I'm basing this on where I think there could, I'm not going to use the word weak, I don't want to use the word weakness, but could improve. An area you could improve in even. That's what I'm going for in my one, and the player that I'm picking for the Bulldogs. And it's because I think they don't actually have something similar to this player. It is Tom Papley of the Sydney Swans. I like the idea of the Bulldogs having a small half forward. Of course, they added Josh Bruce from St Kilda for this year in 2020. So far in 2020 hasn't yet come to fruition, hasn't paid off. He's a player I admire, very strong, aggressive, hard-working player, but 2020 so far at the Bulldogs just hasn't been amazing for him yet. I actually want to congratulate Josh Bruce on the birth of his child. Congratulations, mate. I know you'll never watch this video, however, the congratulations are there. So he is a player I admire, but so far for him, the standards he would have wanted to hit, I don't think he's reached that level, but he's quite a big guy. And also, I want to point out one thing. Marcus Bontempelli got into the All-Australian team as a half-forward, bizarrely. Marcus Bontempelli should be an All-Australian, there's no doubt about that. I think he's had a great year. I think McRae and Caleb Daniel, the three Bulldogs that got in there, thoroughly deserve to get in there. There's so many players in that midfield, up-and-coming players as well at the Bulldogs. Like Port Adelaide, they've got a young crop there that are just look like something's going to click. If not this year, next year. Certainly just push on. I think Bulldogs under Luke Beveridge are a team that seem united in the dressing room. They seem to love playing under him. They seem to love playing together. There's a unity there. Definitely can be seen. They look happy. I don't expect many players going out, but the one player I would like in, just for something different, in and around that half-forward position, would be Tom Papley. He's a player I admire. I think he hit the ground running in 2020, but for him, not so much just him, but Sydney Swans, possibly because he was at the Swans, and I think they never had much joy this year at all, but he's a little shining light. He's a player I really, really like, and I think in the right team, he could be an incredible player and get the credit he actually does deserve in terms of potentially and possibly winning a grand final. I don't think in this current Sydney Swans team, he's going to get near that even for a few years. But if he could go to another team, he's certainly a player that could slot into a big team and win a flag. He's somebody, as I've said so many times, I really, really like. He's got pace to burn, he's got power, he's got aggression, he's good in the air, and ultimately, in the half-forward position, he's got a great kick for goal, set shots from the angle, from the boundary line, from the pocket. He can do it all, actually. So that would be the player I would like to see at the Bulldogs if I could add one from the current crop of players. I know there's so much talent out there, and people will be going, why didn't you pick him? Because actually, I'm not going to be greedy here. I don't want to be greedy here. I don't think the Bulldogs need loads of tweaking. I don't think they need to add a superstar in there. I think they've got superstars in that midfield. I think they've potential superstars coming up as well, and Tim English, Naughton, Bailey Smith. There's so many youngsters there. Like Vandermeer looks like he could be a baller, a footy player as well in the future. Definitely showing signs of Cody Waitman's another one. So many youngsters that could just kick on. Mix that with the senior players that they've got. And they really don't need to add a superstar in there. They've just got a united team I wouldn't like to upset. And I think Tom Papley is a great professional, and he could just slot in there lovely. And actually think he could be got by the Bulldogs. I'm not too sure if he'll be possibly looking away from the Swans this year. Haven't read much paper talk on it. I think for Tom Papley, it would be great to see him move on a level for him personally, but for the Swans they would be desperate to keep him because he's certainly a player they would want to build their team around, especially that sort of attacking approach to their games. He is the man you would want to build around, definitely. So, yep, there you go. Tom Papley for me. Let me know who you think. Name your club and who you would like, individual player from that club. You only get one choice, and I want to know why. Thanks very much, everyone. Don't forget to subscribe and smash the notifications bell on and leave a few thumbs up. All comments also do help the channel grow, brings traffic to the channel, and it does help. Also, on that note, if you'd like to help the channel, we have a Patreon account. If you could become a patron, that would be fantastic. But if you don't want to sign up to nothing monthly, you can donate. We've got a Donate Get Us to Oz fundraiser in the description section below, as is all of our social media platforms and merchandise and all that kind of good stuff as well. Thanks very much, everyone, and I'll talk to you all very, very soon. First, qualifying final tomorrow, of course, Port Adelaide at home at the Adelaide Oval versus Geelong Cats. I wish both teams well. I'm sure it'll be a cracker. I'm actually going to miss this one, slightly frustrated with it, just because the bounce is when I'm at work, so I'll definitely be keeping my eyes on the score, and if I can get on my break and watch some of the game live, that would be a bonus. So, have a good weekend wherever you all are, and if your team's playing finals footy, good luck. I'll see you all soon. Goodbye.